The point you're making, the overall point about this year being different, I think it starts with Kansas City and Patrick Mahomes. I mean, Philadelphia still was good and made a run, but the Chiefs'
Yep.
fall from grace was, I mean, obvious and pretty stark. How how different were they from the year before? Their record is tremendously different, but they had all the close game luck in the first year and then none of it last year. And I wonder what you think going forward. Because here, I don't know, yesterday this came up on our show. Like, what are we doing with Kansas City right now? Have they been replaced in the conversation by the Patriots or the Chargers or someone else? Or are they going to be the Chiefs again? If you know what I mean.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's an open question. Look, I've talked to a lot of people in that building over the last, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, especially the last few. And I've had more than one person say to me, I actually think we were better in some ways this season than last season, but everything that went wrong, and the year prior to that, everything that went right it just went right. It worked out. But I think the overarching point in that building was we have really not been very good for the last 2 years. And we were able to get to a Super Bowl based on just guile and a little luck and playing big in big spots. But that's not a winning strategy for a long period of time. And I think their thought is, listen, I say this hesitantly because you don't know how this is all going to shake. They have reason, they have optimism that Mahomes will be back and he'll be able to play a full season next year. But I also think they would tell you privately, look, this is not going to be a one-year fix. I think they feel like they can contend next year as long as Mahomes is right because they feel like they got the ninth pick in the draft. They're going to clear a lot of cap space because they can restructure him and they have a bunch of really easy cuts for a lot of money. I would expect that they'll revamp the running back room. They'll add some edge help. But I think they feel like, look, yeah, 2026, could they get back to a Super Bowl and be them? Yeah. But it's probably going to be 2 years before they really have the full-fledged roster that they want. And so I guess I would say, do I think they'll be a contender next year and bounce back? I think they'll be a playoff team again next year, and I think they'll be a threat. I don't think they're just instantly going to go from 6-11 to just right back to being what they've been with, 14-3. They're clearly the best team. I think they'll be in the mix. I would put it that way, but I don't think they're just going to be clearing away the team that you're going into January saying that's the best team in football.